need to look at.
Okay.
I find that a major problem. I find that a major problem. And I'm sure you chose wonderful people, and it's not saying anything against any of you, except that I don't think it's fair to ask me to certify people that I've never met, I've never seen, I don't know anything about. I've had very little time to look at this because I was doing bills and other things during it. And it's a major problem for me.
Okay.
Well, and I have to say that I have the same problem. Obviously, you all know when I first got the names, I just got them. And I'm sure all of you are lovely people, but I don't know anything about any of these people. And considering that we, the board, are supposed to approve any appointments, I'm really uncomfortable with the way that we've gone about this.
Okay. Anybody else? Rich?
I'm new to the board, Bill. I guess I have the same thing, that I have enough trouble keeping track of paper and staying on top of things, but being confronted with this with no preparation, and it might be nice to ask these people to talk about why they want to be on the planning commission and what they've done in the past relevant to that. But you know, this is just all of a sudden it's out of the box. Is this the way it usually is done? I guess that's really my question. Is this the way it's done?
Normally, I don't ever remember having a board approve the planning commission. I don't ever remember having it. I talked to Mr. Spodek, he's done like the same thing. Linda, do you remember anything like that?
Have they always been disappointments?
Yeah.
But don't we
But I
have an
think the
ordinance that
statute-
says?
No, you're right.
The statute says
I
the
know,
approval of
you
the board.
approved.
You approve.
Yes, I'm not saying it's not right. I'm just saying I don't remember the board ever approving it.
Okay.
I think they've always approved them. I think you've just always made an
Appointed it,
appointment.
and swore him in.
And it's been a, well, I'm not sure, I don't remember.
Well, I was questioning, in fact, I asked Bruce the same question, and I have never had this before.
I think what's confusing.
The current board, the current,
Bill, I think the issue is, if I can interrupt, the issue is in the past, it's always been one, maybe two members. So we're replacing like a large chunk.
2/3.
And that's the sea change here. It's different than we have in the past. And it's typically been someone like a Dave Needham being appointed to the planning commission, whom we all know, had experience with. But again, nothing against the folks that are being appointed, you know, or supposed to be appointed, but there's not that the depth of knowledge that we've had. There's only been one or two
I want to
appointments.
ask him some questions.
Can I ask one of you before we ask them?
Sure.
I don't know when this was available or prepared.
The problem is, I gave this to Cheryl on Thursday of last week, and she left this out.
Yeah, another Cheryl, not me, Cheryl.
Cheryl.
Just wanted to make that clear.
Cheryl, my administrative assistant, and she left town after that, and it didn't get out until today.
Yeah, and Bill, I think here's my problem, and truthfully, the appointments that you've made in the past were people who I knew from
Right.
RRA, who I knew from RPC, were people that I had interacted with over the years, and, I mean, I don't know you folks, and that's a problem for me.
Maybe you should table it. Just, no comments, please. A little less fun.
I don't know that I want to table it, Mike. I think I want to know these people a little better before I approve them. So, I hate to put anybody on the spot, and I think it's a really stinky thing to do. But why do you want to be planning commissioners? Anybody want to jump on that?
And I'd also be interested to know if you have had any experience with activities in the village and what those are.
I'll speak first.
Please.
Joe Schwartz. I've had no experience at all working in government or anything similar to this. I've had some experience running a business, of course. I've had some experience in charitable organizations. I've lived in the community for 14 years. And when Bill approached me with the idea of maybe giving something back, I thought that's something I could do. And so I agreed to serve if you were in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Joe, have you attended any planning commission meetings before
No.
this?
No, I've not been involved in village government at all.
So, I think it would be, David Schimber, I think it would be fair to turn the tables a little bit to ask the question, what is it that you expect of the planning commission? But let me give you some background. I've attended various board meetings. I have 30 years in the consulting business, some of which started out in the construction business. I graduated Syracuse University, moved to Colorado, and spent 3 years as a general contractor. We moved into Riverwoods in '93. We fired a general contractor when we went to expand our home, and I did the general contracting work myself from that point forward. I understand a little bit, or dangerously enough, about zoning. I don't understand some of our ordinances and some of the enforcement or lack of enforcement of our ordinances. I came to Bill's attention at one of the campaign conversations we had about deer fences and how they're enforced and not enforced. But I think the same point is, I'm not an elected official, I'm not seeking election. I'm seeking to be a citizen who contributes to the good of my fellow citizens, and this was an offer, a consideration made to me, and I'd like to participate if you so wish to have.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Brian?
I'm Brian Meltzer. Didn't get my name before.
I know him, he has notes.
I've been a resident of Riverwoods since '86. I'm an attorney, managing partner of a law firm in Schaumburg with an office in Chicago. I do a lot of real estate work. I attend a lot of, not a lot, but I from time to time attend planning commission meetings. I was on the caucus, I think, maybe 20 years ago, and I worked with Bruce Huvard a number of years ago when I drafted the documentation for Thorngate. I've always been interested in things that are going on in the village, especially as it relates to Meadow Lake, and there's a lot of issues, I think, that come before the Plan Commission that relate to Meadow Lake or would affect Meadow Lake. So that's the main reason why I like to serve.
Thank you, and for the record, Brian happens to be one of my cousins, only 40, but I just want to disclose that to everybody. First cousin.
Excuse me, Brian. I'm sorry, Brian. You say you're involved in real estate work. Do you feel that there might be a potential conflict of interest? And if a specific thing came up that you perceived was a conflict, what would you do?
I would accuse myself, I guess. I don't think there would be.
I'm Lisa Lauren Peckler. I've lived in Riverwoods close to 9 years with my husband, Dr. Scott Peckler. I've never been to a planning commission meeting whatsoever. I was approached by Bill, who I supported for re-election as mayor, and I was honored to be approached by Bill. I'm the vice chairman of radiology at Lutheran General Hospital. I'm a senior partner in Advanced Radiology Consultants. I've been elected 5 years consecutively to their board of directors. I'm the corporate secretary. I'm the medical director of Lutheran General Outpatient Imaging, and medical director of Advocate Medical Group Outpatient Imaging Services. I'm the medical director of Computer Tomography Services at Lutheran General and the co-medical director of ultrasound, which is be part of the cabinet of the hospital, which is the 700-bed hospital. I have a very deep appreciation of the woods, of our environment, working very closely with Scott Byron, who has rehabilitated our 2.5 acres. I work very closely with Basil Architects in rehabilitating one of the first homes that was built in Riverwoods, of which I am very proud. And I want nothing more. No, and I really want nothing more than to get